Come in.
Hello, Devin.
Yes.
Hi, Devin. Give me Brito from
How are you?
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
Mind if I take a seat?
Please, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So, Devin, tell me, how have you been since last time we met?
Good. Busy, but good. How about you?
I've been alright.
Yeah.
It's good to hear you've been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand you've been working really hard this year. You've been crushing it.
Trying to. New role. Trying to just find things that sell and do the deal.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as always, here's one of my business cards for reference. Did you happen to have one for me as well?
Yeah. Let me give you here.
Wonderful. Thanks. So, Devin, tell me. I know last time we spoke about your involvement in your soccer and your kids' soccer.
Mm-hmm.
How's that been going?
Good. I mean, they're running around, little tykes running around, playing, doing the deal, learning the game, and so just trying to keep them outdoors as much as I can.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about you. What are the kind of things you like to do for fun outside of work?
Sure. I mean, so for me, like I'm a big hunting guy, big fishing guy, and so just the outdoors, be outside, yeah, do that kind of stuff.
And get involved and get active.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? That's great. Before you started doing those things, though, can we agree that they were new and exciting for you?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But now that you've grown accustomed to them, you love them and they're not so new and exciting, right?
I mean, not new. They're still exciting,
Mm-hmm.
and so something I still love to do though.
Definitely. Well, the reason I bring that up today, Devin, is because last time we spoke, you told me you were involved in those activities. And that's exactly why I'm here. My company at Hormel, we have a product that's new and exciting. It's going to help you reach your business goals. We're excited to implement them in your retail stores. But before I can do that, as always, I'm going to have to learn about your situation. I'm going to have to ask you questions. I'm going to show you my product. And if things make sense for the both of us, we can move forward from there. How does that sound?
Okay, that's fair.
Sounds great. And we still have 20 minutes per tasting, correct?
We do.
Great. So, Devin, usually when I work with a category buyer, it's just you and I making decisions today. But is there anyone else that has to be in the room with us today?
Nope, that's it. Just me and you.
Big man in charge.
For this.
Great. So today, if we were able to agree on the right product for you in your warehouse or your retail stores, what would you be willing to take delivery?
I mean, potentially we could do it right away. We're trying to find stuff that sells, so I want to say I'm in any rush, but I also don't want empty space for too long. So there's no reason sooner than later.
Okay, great. And regarding specifically category items in the freezer section, then we've been going back and forth about freezer. And I understand they're more expensive than non-freezer SKUs, and we'll get to that in a second. But what specific decision criteria do you look at regarding freezer items?
So I mean, I need to see data of stuff that sells, and in all transparency, I'm a little hesitant on you guys, just from seeing the guy who had the roll beforehand, and he bought all the Don Miguel frozen Mexican entrees, and they just didn't sell, and so I'm a little hesitant because I just need to see data and proof that whatever I'm bringing in is going to sell.
Great. Devin, hey, listen, I'm glad you brought that up. I want to apologize to you. I'd heard that was an issue. And even though we fixed it with the Don Miguel frozen entrees, I wanted to know, Devin, what about it you said wasn't working? You said it wasn't selling, but I mean, is there anything else that maybe the rep before me didn't clarify with you moving forward?
Honestly, I mean, talking to him, it seems like it was probably more his fault than anybody's. Our demographic didn't really support Mexican entrees, from a food standpoint. But he loved them, so he bought them, and then they didn't sell because our demographic didn't want to buy them. And so, he didn't buy enough to buy out 300-something stores worth. So I think, honestly, it was probably more him than it was you. But I don't know, which is why I want to see data.
Okay, absolutely. And again, I want to apologize for it. I can assure you that the rep before me, I'm sure his intentions were clear, but I'm sure they didn't come across the right way. I want to assure you that right now you're working with one of the best reps at Hormel. I'm going to make sure I take good care of you. I'm going to get you the right information you need to make a great decision for you and your business moving forward to help you close out the year strong. Right, we have a great sales training program that makes sure that all the reps are certified to handle your specific business situation. That's exactly what I want to do today.
Okay.
Can we move forward now?
Sure.
That's great. So Devin, let me ask you, what are some of the goals you're working on to finish out this year strong?
Yeah, so we've got this gold cup thing that they award every month to whoever basically their product sells the most units to whoever's responsible for it, and I haven't won it yet. So that's just a big personal thing. I really want to win that. And so other than that, I mean, it's just sell, fill the freezers with stuff that sells because the guy before me didn't. He's not here, and so I don't want that to happen. But the gold cup would probably be like my personal goal.
Okay.
But just trying to find stuff that sells.
Okay. What about this gold cup is so appealing to you?
Um, I don't know if there's anything in particular. It's more of just like being competitive, knowing I did the best, knowing I won it, and proving that the frozen section, which hasn't done well for us before, I could turn that and make it do well. And so, if I can outsell everybody else in the store with a frozen section food, that means I'm probably doing pretty good.
That's great.
Mm.
Okay. And as of right now, do you feel you're prepared to get that gold cup with all the inventory you have in your retail chain?
With what we have right now, no. Which is why we're here. We're entertaining other options.
Okay.
And taking meetings with you and some other people and seeing what else we can find that we can put in there and that might sell.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, but you told me you're not, the stuff you have in there right now, you don't think you can make it. Why is that?
I mean, the stuff sells good. Bagel bites do good. Uncrustables do good. Some entrees do better than others. But, with the Don Miguel stuff not doing well, we've got a hole that we got to fill. And so, if I only have 90% of my freezer full, and John down the hall's got 100% of his section full, just naturally he's prepared to sell more than I am because he's got more product to sell.
Okay, I understand. Devin, if you weren't able to reach that gold cup accolade, that award that you're looking for so diligently, what could that mean for you and your business?
I don't think it puts any risk on me. It's not win this or you're gone. It's more of there's only an upside to it.
Okay.
If I miss it, guess what? I missed it every single month I've been doing this. But if I win it, then it's like, okay, maybe Devin knows what he's doing, and the people above me could look at me in a more positive light.
Okay, so based off that, Devin, can we agree that winning the gold cup may not seem like something that has any downside to it if you don't win it, because maybe you haven't been winning it consistently up until now, but if you didn't get it this time, that would make you feel like, man, if we just had that one product out there, what could that, alternatively, if you were able to stock that new product for you in your stores to get the year finished off very strong, one that's going to kick off next year booming for you, what would that do for you in your role here?
I mean, it would do a lot of good things. So again, it would make the people above me look at me in a more positive light. It would make our section more profitable, which only means good things for my career. So that's why I want it. It's just a positive thing. There's no downside, there's only upside.
Great. Okay. Note taken. And then one last question for you. What are some trends that you and your coworkers and your team are currently looking at in the market where your retailers' customers are currently shopping towards?
I don't know if there's trends. There's some things we want in terms of, we want to be able to market our stuff really well so that it's in front of people. I know you guys have a flyer, and so I'd like any product we do to be in that flyer weekly. And so it's not so much food product trends. It's just we need to make sure this is in front of people so it sells.
Okay, great. So Devin, today we summarized a few things. We talked about that gold cup that you're looking for. We talked about maybe getting that promotion, getting your management team above you, noticing you and your efforts, and making sure that you're taking this business in the right direction. We also talked about today profitability, getting a new product in your stores that's going to sell, generate some buzz. It's going to kick off next year, doing very well, using some of our merchandising and marketing plans that we got ready for you. With all that said, did I miss anything in that summary?
I don't think so.
Great. Would you like to see the product that I came in here with?
Sure.
Fantastic. So Devin, you know us at Hormel. Our motto is inspire food, inspire people. We're inspired every single day to be as innovative as our customers. And that's exactly why we acquired Skippy in 2013. They've been innovative for years, and we back them up with everything they do. And that's the exact reason why today, Devin, I'm here to unveil to you this newly released Skippy PB and Jelly Mini. We come in 3 varieties. It comes in a grape jelly, a strawberry jelly, and a natural peanut butter and a grape jelly in a multi-grain bun.
So this is pretty similar to like the other quick bite foods, right?
Sorry, so what specific quick bite foods you're asking about?
It seems, at first glance, about the size of a bagel bite, same concept of an Uncrustable. So how does this help us? We got 2 of those basically.
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. So you brought up bagel bites, and bagel bites is a different category of food. They are a frozen food just like ours, except ours is a direct competitor to the Smucker's Uncrustable.
Okay.
So although bagel bites and our newly released product share freezer space, we're next to each other, we're not serving the same market. And I'm definitely going to make sure I get to that in my presentation. You're going to get to see exactly why we know that this product's going to work so well for you.
Sure.
You feel comfortable moving forward?
Sure.
Great. So as I mentioned, each product, each count comes in either a 4 count or a 10 count. And you'll be glad to learn that each pouch comes each serving comes with absolutely no high fructose corn syrup, trans fats, and it's leading its competitor. This product is 17% more protein than its leading competitor, the Smucker's Uncrustable.
Okay.
And Devin, I know that before when we worked together in the past, you actually told me, I'm surprised today you told me you wanted to see data. We worked together in the past and you told me you weren't so keen on looking at data. Why was that?
I've always been more of a relationship buyer. It's like I want to buy from people that I really get along with, people who have the same interests as me. The people who I can buy food from, and then we can go hunting and fishing. But because of the whole ordeal with the former guy and the Don Miguel stuff, my sales manager, my regional manager has been telling me focus in on data. So I think I have to take a small step back from the relationship stuff, even though it's still really important, and make sure I look at data and find stuff that sells.
Wonderful. I'm here today to tell you it's kind of the same thing with me. I don't like working with data myself. Don't tell my bosses that. Trust me, I'm not here because I love the data so much. I love working with numbers. To be honest with you, I failed calculus twice in college. When I think of the data, it's exactly what I think about. However, what I found working with the data, you'll be glad to learn this. I'm able to share just how ecstatic I'm working and getting products filled into my customers' stores so much more because I'm using data to support my selling store.
Sure.
And I'm glad that you can agree with that too, because that's exactly what I intend on doing for you in this presentation.
Okay.
And you feel comfortable looking at some data now?
Sure.
Great. So the first thing I want to show you, Devin, is the global peanut butter market in US dollars. This is done by Technavio. They're a leading data and statistics firm, as you can see here on the bottom left. 2016, Technavio accounted for just under $4 billion of peanut butter sales around the world. By 2021, that number is projected to go just under $7 billion, with over 90% of that coming from the United States alone. The next thing I want to show you, Devin, is the U.S. consumption of peanut butter from 2012 to 2018. This is done by Statista, another leading data and statistics firm. As you can see, every single year, you'll notice an incremental increase in peanut butter, in people who consume peanut butter. And what that can mean for you is once you take delivery of our product today, you'll be experiencing the exact same growth every single year in a very, very big, strong product. Statista also predicts that by the year 2020, that number will eclipse 300 million. Devin, you and I both know there's over 330 million people in the United States, right? That means that there's over 90% household penetration in the peanut butter market alone. Based off that alone, can you and I agree that peanut butter is a staple in the American diet?
Yeah, I can agree peanut butter is, but peanut butter comes in all shapes and forms. It could be a jar of peanut butter, it could be peanut butter crackers, it could be your stuff. So I'd rather see data on your Skippy Mini rather than just peanut butter as a whole.
I definitely will get to that. Let me ask you, have you ever stocked, I'm sure you do stock different brands of peanut butter in your retail chains right now? Which brands do you currently work with?
Brand A, brand B, brand C, Skippy.
That's great.
So, all sorts of brands.
Right, and I'm glad you brought that up, Devin. Specifically with the brands of peanut butters, and the U.S. brands of peanut butter in the last 30 days, this is also done by Statista. In the last 30 days, our brand of Skippy peanut butter, just under 90 million people reported to either buy or eat our brand of Skippy peanut butter.
Okay.
What that means is you'll be experiencing that growth, that level of prevalence in the peanut butter market comes with our brand name.
Okay.
Our brand is very familiar, it's recognized, and most importantly, it's enjoyed by American consumers. And what that means for both of us, when you take delivery of our product today, you'll get to experience that same benefit.
Okay.
That's almost nearly 1 in every 3 Americans are buying and eating our brand of Skippy peanut butter in the last month.
Okay.
Now, does that answer your concern? Are you comfortable moving forward now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Okay. So Devin, let me ask you, before I move forward, in the past when you're working with distributors like myself, or manufacturer reps like myself, what merchandising plans, other than the flyers that you spoke about that works for you, would you like to see implemented?
Well, so that's the main one, is the flyers, and making sure we find a way that's something that you guys kind of provide for. We do a $30 or $50 slotting fee per store per product. But to be frank with you, I'm not a huge fan of it. And so if, I've had other reps in the past who have found a way to say, hey, if we lower that, we can do this marketing plan and you'll in turn sell more. I'm open to ideas like that. So that's the big thing is, the flyer. And then, if there is an advertising avenue you guys try to take with these, I'm open to hearing about that too.
Okay, wonderful. So let me just cut right to it then. We have a marketing plan that's going to work for you.
Okay.
It's going to kick off your store. It's going to get this newly released product, which, by the way, is in a very, very big market. And I'm excited to get this into your stores. Backed behind a very, very strong marketing plan. Now, this is what I've come up with. These are a few accounts I've worked with in the past using my marketing plan. We've been able to allocate $5,000 per item that we commit to taking today, you'll have a multitude of different options. I was looking at the stores. I know you have 287 stores. That's still correct?
Yeah.
So what I'd like to do is, and if you're not so strong on working with $50 per store, we can work with that. I appreciate letting me know about that. But I want to get them into highlight flagship stores of yours,
okay,
so that our products can be exposed to big stores that's generating a lot of buzz, and we'll be able to more effectively use our marketing dollars to help kick this product off for you. So these are some accounts I've worked with in the past, using that $5,000 per item marketing budget that we have allocated, which, by the way, I'm excited to share with you because I normally don't get this, but we're really invested in helping your business grow for this last few months. These are a few examples. My customers have seen massive gain from this.
Okay. And
what we would like to do is get them into 50 of your stores.
Okay.
We can try 50 of your stores with 3 of our flagship products, the 10 count of each, the grape jelly, the strawberry jelly, and the natural peanut butter and the multigrain bun. I want to get them each in your store at $50 per item. That's $2,500 per item that we'll allocate to get them to pay that slotting fee, so that they're in 50 stores in each of your stores. And then we can get the online flyers that we spoke about. We predict that they'll be in total about $1,000 in total for each item, which would come up to just under $8,500 or about $8,500.
Okay.
Using that $15,000 marketing budget per each item.
Okay.
So is that something that you'd be interested in exploring today?
Yeah, I mean, we can explore it.
Okay, great. So this is, and by the way, this is what I've been able to work with and grow my business with my customers using that same data. I'm glad that you have using that same marketing plan. These are a few accounts I've worked with. Account 1 saw 20% increase from projected sales, which was great for us. But I'm sure you'd rather be in either account 2 or 3. Whatever we project for you, and this could happen for you because you're in a prime spot here towards this end of this year, you can have an 86% increase from projected sales, which is what we've worked for in the past.
Okay.
So working with that budget, working with that marketing plan, Devin, here's your opportunity. To get the Skippy PB and Jelly Mini 3 flavors stocked in your stores, that would help you get that gold cup that we were talking about, to help you kick off this year, end it strong, and to help you get that profitability up to where you and your team are looking at. I would just need you to sign below the order form. We can get your delivery started as soon as possible.
Well, so I'll probably order next month.
Okay.
You know, and so I think, you know, it's probably good for us to reconvene in about a month.
Okay, Devin, why is that? With everything I showed you, I'm curious to learn what didn't sell you exactly how.
Well, and full transparency, it's not that anything you said was bad. It's just I'm meeting with Haagen-Dazs ice cream tomorrow, and,
okay,
and you know, exploring the option of maybe a better use of that freezer space as ice cream rather than, you know, another small bite product.
Okay, I'm glad you shared that with me. Haagen-Dazs is a great brand.
Mm-hmm.
They're a great brand, but they've been out for a very long time. And do you happen to know how long they've been around for?
I'm meeting with the guy tomorrow. I'll kind of figure everything out.
Okay, and what got you interested in meeting with him?
Just exploring every option. You know,
okay,
I got to fill things that sell. It's another brand I know, and so you know they reached out, took the meeting, and we'll see what happens.
Well, Devin, I'm glad you brought that up. This is another account I've worked with. Her name is Lillian, and she works from Sunshine Food Distributors down in South Florida.
Okay.
This is an account that a buyer who had the same level of skepticism as you did.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt for her. I understood her hesitation moving forward with my product. I totally understood, but still we were able to come together using the marketing plan that I came up with. She saw massive gains. As you can see here, she was projected to sell just $10,000 worth of units, and that came up to nearly $14,000. That's a 40% increase from her projected sales. That same level of diligence and attention to your business would come when we move forward today with my product and my marketing plan back behind it. And we're really excited to do that. All I need you to do to take that opportunity is to sign below here. Now, do you feel comfortable moving forward today?
Look, I'll do a little bit. I'm not going to do 20 of each SKU, like you said.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try on half of that. So, you know, if you want to, we can move forward. I'll do, you know, 10 cases of each, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Devin, based off what I've said in the marketing plan, everything I've shown you, what about it still does not get you ready to move on and on the train to move forward today with my product?
Yeah, it's my first experience with you.
Okay.
I've still got a little, you know, hesitancy just because of the Don Miguel stuff. It's nothing against you. You didn't sell that. And again, I think it's probably the other guy's fault. But, you know, I think I ought to test you guys out on kind of half of what you're asking. If it goes well, you know, I'm also still going to explore my meeting tomorrow. And maybe I test him on half. And then, you know, in a month from now, we see who does best. And then I move forward.
Okay. That's wonderful, Devin. Let's do that. We'll get you on 20 SKUs. All I need is your signature here below. We'll get you order taken.
Well, so 10 SKUs of each, not 20.
We'll do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, great. Pleasure doing business.
Hey, likewise.